something isn't right on the moon. Data from NASA and other space agencies is revealing bizarre behavior that scientists still can't explain, from deep interior shifts to strange glowing dust clouds and even unidentified activity in lunar orbit. Could these be isolated events or signs of something bigger unfolding? In this video, we uncover the most puzzling lunar anomalies revealed by the latest missions and research. ULL want to see what's going on, because this could rewrite everything we thought we knew about the moon. For decades, we thought the moon was geologically inactive, a dead, stable satellite. But recent data from NASA's Grail mission is challenging that belief. By analyzing subtle variations in lunar gravity, scientists have discovered something remarkable. The moon doesn't deform evenly. In fact, its near side, the hemisphere that always faces Earth, appears to flex significantly more than the far side. This behavior is measured using something called the Love number, a geophysical value that tells scientists how much a planetary body deforms in response to gravitational pull. The higher the Love number, the more elastic the body is. What researchers found is that the moon's near side has a much higher Love number than the far side. That's highly unusual, and it means the moon's internal structure is not uniform. Why would only one side of the moon be softer or more responsive to gravitational tug? The leading theory is asymmetric heating early in the moon's history. Radioactive elements like uranium, thorium, and potassium-40 appear to be concentrated on the near side, particularly beneath the Procellarum KREP terrain, a region rich in heat-producing materials. These elements would have generated more internal heat on that side, making the crust thinner and more thermally evolved. That imbalance is still detectable today, billions of years later. And it may help explain why volcanic Maria, those dark lava plains we see, are mostly located on the near side. The increased heating made it easier for magma to break through the crust in that region. But it gets even more intriguing. This structural asymmetry might not just be a historical remnant. Some researchers now think that internal stresses could still be active, potentially triggering shallow moonquakes or reshaping the subsurface in ways we don't fully understand. That would mean the moon isn't completely geologically dead after all. And here's the key question. If internal flexing continues today, could it be contributing to other anomalies we're now observing on the surface and in orbit? As we move forward, keep this in mind. The moon's own structure may be the root cause of several of its strangest modern behaviors. Let's turn to the surface, where something even stranger is happening. Lunar dust, once considered an inert and settled nuisance, is suddenly at the center of a scientific mystery. Recent reanalysis of Apollo-era data, combined with modern simulations and telescopic observations, has confirmed that episodic dust clouds are forming above the moon, even though there is no atmosphere or wind to lift them. The first clues came from the Apollo astronauts, who noticed odd glows near the horizon before lunar sunrise. These weren't just camera flares. What they were seeing is now believed to be electrostatically levitated lunar dust, ultrafine particles charged by the solar wind and then suspended above the surface by electric fields. Unlike Earth, where the atmosphere redistributes electric charges, the moon's surface builds up static potential. During lunar day, solar UV radiation knocks electrons loose, creating a positive charge on the surface. Meanwhile, shadowed areas or night-side regions become negatively charged by the solar wind. The result is a strong electrostatic field that can lift particles as small as 0.1 microns high into the lunar exosphere. But there's more. A 2024 reanalysis of historical data, combined with models from NASA's LADEE mission, revealed that these dust clouds may occur more frequently than we thought, often triggered by micrometeorite impacts. When these impacts strike, they vaporize and eject dust from beneath the surface, forming a brief, invisible haze that disperses within minutes or hours. Why does this matter? Because this dust isn't just floating debris. It poses a real hazard to spacecraft and future moon bases. Lunar dust is razor-sharp, chemically reactive, and extremely clingy. It wears down seals, scratches glass, and can disrupt electronic systems. If these clouds can form spontaneously and without warning, they add a new layer of complexity to Artemis, Chang'e, and commercial lunar operations. Even creepier, these clouds have no pattern, they appear irregularly, and there's no clear seasonal which makes predicting them incredibly difficult. Could the Moon's internal stress or magnetic anomalies be subtly influencing where and when these clouds form? Scientists are now considering these dust events as more than curiosities. They could be surface-level expressions of a deeper, more active lunar environment. And that brings us to another zone of mystery, one that exists not on the Moon, but just above it. There's growing chatter among astronomers and satellite trackers about strange activity happening not on the Moon's surface, but in the space around it. In particular, there's concern about unidentified objects, satellites or debris, that appear, vanish, or behave in ways that don't match any known mission profiles. And it's sparking curiosity across both professional and amateur space communities. Multiple independent space trackers have reported unexplained anomalies near the Moon, including unidentified objects in lunar orbit that don't align with any known mission profiles. According to several observers, one such object appeared without warning and remained invisible to standard surveillance systems like the U.S. Space Command's CSBOC and Heavens Above, both of which routinely monitor and catalog active satellites. Its sudden emergence and erratic orbital behavior defy conventional patterns, raising questions about what might be operating in cislunar space. This isn't an isolated incident. The Shenzhen 28B satellite, launched by China in early July 2025, also made headlines after it disappeared from radar for nearly 6 days following its deployment on a Long March 4C rocket. While it eventually reappeared in an unexpected orbit, the event highlighted how detection blind spots still exist, especially in cislunar space where fewer dedicated sensors operate. So what could these ghost objects be? Some experts suggest they could be small, experimental probes testing new propulsion or autonomy systems. Others believe they could be remnants of older missions that are decaying unpredictably or temporarily reflecting sunlight in ways that confuse telescopic detection. But a more intriguing idea is that they're connected to unreported proximity operations, where spacecraft approach the Moon to conduct high-resolution mapping or test communication systems, without disclosing full mission details. China, for instance, has used its Keiqiao relay satellites to enable communications on the Moon's far side, and it's possible newer platforms are pushing these capabilities even further. Why does this matter to the Moon mystery? Because unknown objects in low lunar orbit could interact with the environment, disturbing dust, scanning subsurface regions, or even creating electromagnetic interference. If we don't know where all the devices are or what they're doing, we can't rule them out as contributors to surface anomalies. The truth is, we're only now beginning to consistently monitor the Moon's orbital zone. With Artemis, India's Chandrayaan program, and upcoming private missions, we might finally see the full picture or uncover even more unexpected visitors. Something is stirring on the Moon. Whether it's the strange flexing of its interior, the unpredictable dance of dust clouds, or the silent passage of unidentified objects, the signals are clear. The Moon ISNT is still or as simple as we once believed. These new findings are pushing scientists to rethink decades of assumptions and ask deeper questions. Could our silent neighbor be more alive, more dynamic, or more watched than we ever imagined? One thing's certain. We're only beginning to uncover the Moon's secrets, and the next chapter in lunar discovery might be the most surprising yet. One thing is certain. We're only beginning to uncover the Moon's secrets, and the next chapter in lunar discovery might be the most surprising yet.